businesswoman, and we are doing a webinar design trends in Central Texas. No, I'm not a visual or creative person, and happy to have in our studio who are gonna share their skills and their design. I have here a team of partners and industry. I let them introduce themselves so we know more about them. Is Candis Garcia, and this
Hi, my name's Candis Garcia, and I am the owner of House Hefe here in Austin, Texas, of course. And I've been in business for 3 years, but I've been doing interior design for 8 years. And I specifically work with mostly residential clients, but open to doing other things with in the commercial industry as well. Um, and I'm just happy to be a part of the panel today.
Thank you. Thank you, Candis. Next guest is Anita Erickson.
Hi, everybody. My name is Anita Erickson. I am not a designer, but I am a designer cheerleader. So I've been involved around the design industry for the last 8 to 10 years. I had a co-working space that was for the design industry, and I am currently building a design marketplace that will be to the trade, with a goal of bringing more luxury, unique products to Austin so that these lovely ladies can bring you more luxury, unique products to your projects.
Hey, this is Maya. This is Maya Moghadam. I'm the owner and founder of Maya's Design Studio. I'm doing interior design for almost over 20 years now, and I'm a business owner over 16 years. Right now, 12 years international in my hometown and almost 2 years in here, another 3 years in another country. And I'm happy to be here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jaimie. I'm Jaimie Anand. I'm the owner of Jaimie Anand Interiors. Our team, we do both interior design for commercial and residential properties all over Texas, and we have a lot of clients all throughout the nation and other states as well. Our primary focus is new construction, custom homes, and our aesthetic is contemporary, modern, and transitional designs. And happy to be here today.
Thank you, Jaimie. And my first question today: who are your customers? Who is it? Homeowners? So share a little bit of it.
My customers are, I get a lot of customers that are couples, and they are, looking to combine their styles. So like we have a lot of, different, like some men, they like one style, and then you have the women, they have this one style, and they just struggle with trying to marry their things together in their homes. I also get a lot of people who, like over the past year, just moved here and, want to help make their home comfortable and, just be inspired by Austin and kind of how the scenery is and the music and all those things. We also had some Airbnb, and they're looking to set up places to rent out the want people to feel the scene here in Austin.
Thank you, Candis, and audio quality. We don't know. We'll try to make it better. But to lower our audio a little.
Yeah, if each of us mute. Each of us.
Yes, that's a great idea. So Anita, I know you think work with interior designers, helping furniture material all over the world. How did it start and now?
This came about when I can you hear me? This is very strange. When I had a coworking space, in the audience, can you, is reverberating like it is? Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, people are not using.
Everyone muted. It's like every single person needed to mute, just the person who talked.
Mhm.
Okay, is that better? Can you hear? Oh, I'm muted. Okay, is that better? Okay. I work with designers, also architects and custom builders, and this all came about because I had a co-working space that was filled with designers, architects, and custom builders, and they were always complaining about having to go to Dallas and Houston all the time. And so after a while, and then I had vendors that wanted to come in and connect with all of my designers. And I thought, well, why don't I actually flip this on the side and create kind of a co-working space for the products, and then allow the designers to come in and shop and discover new things, and hopefully maybe not eliminate, but diminish the number of trips that we have to take to Dallas and Houston.
Thank you for sharing, Anita. Our next speaker is Maya.
I'm here. I'm not muted anymore.
Go ahead. I'm not muted. Who are your customers?
My interior design, our company, it's a little different. The service that we are offering, we are A to Z. We are offering everything, since remodeling with our own contractor team. It could be high-end residential, it could be all of the kitchen design, bathroom design, whole of remodeling the houses, completely take out the walls, and design everything, and then furnish and stage the house and get out of there. It's a little different from the services that I'm seeing that the other people offer, but we love to just be involved every single step that the client gonna go. And I carry over 150 vendors, and usually we are not going to the third party or carrier that they can offer some stuff. At the end of the day, it's gonna just be super beneficial to the client to a little bit save money, because we are not charging based on the interior design services that everyone offer. It's going to be part of the deal of all the furnitures, contractors, everything that they have. And at the end of the day, it's going to cost at least 15% less. And it's a good deal for us. It's a good deal for them. And our client usually these days, it's about everything. I'm doing a lot of remodeling in the complexes that they deal with the new builders that they messed up, and we have to completely take out everything they just built for a year. And it's over 40 houses that I've heard, based on the not really nice materials and the stuff that they pick. We needed to just work on that. And most of the project that I'm doing is remodeling these days instead of interior design and furnitures. Thank you.
Thank you, Maya. Please share who your target audience is. Trying to fix the audio problems, identify what is not working right now, but I'm sorry, go ahead. Jaimie? You're on mute.
Okay.
Who?
Okay, so our target clientele is like I said, we do a lot of new construction homes. So we're coming in with architects, the builders, in the early on process. And like Maya, we're also doing a lot of remodels. Hardly are we doing any just going in and just furnishing these homes now, because a lot of these clients are wanting design outside of just furniture. They're wanting, selections for all the hard materials, and kind of like starting with bare bones and designing that space. And then we also go in and do the furnishings. But a lot of new construction homes and a lot of doctors' offices that we're remodeling too. It's, there's so many doctors that have had these offices for so many years, and they're just dated, and they're all realizing, you know what, we need to revamp our office. They have a lot of business and their offices just look older. So we're going in and just kind of completely remodeling them, bringing them up to date.
Thank you so much for sharing. We've heard a little bit about who you work with, and let's dig deeper. Interior design is how it can impact our lives, and if we're talking about business or commercial, I'd like to answer this question. Else is welcome to contribute. Maya, please.
I'm sorry, Olga. I couldn't even hear your question completely. Can you just give me? Sorry.
Yeah. So the question is, why is design? How does it impact our life?
I think I get your question, not completely, but to respond. I think that was about how interior design. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, one of the pieces when I had my MBA in marketing, we were working on how interior design different places, healthcare, same as the houses that we live on it, based on the each person and psychological, effect of got 27% positive. That how, for example, in the healthcare that I used to work for 12 years, how it affects patients to feel better and the recovery and how it works for the doctors and nurses and everyone who works. As Annie just mentioned, most of the, as I see in the US especially, most of the doctor offices are so old, and they really need to get it done, and work on the new subject, and the new design based on their function. And even in our houses, right now, my focus is just much more in the luxury offices and the houses, high-end houses. But at the same time, we live in our house, and it really matters based on each character. All of us are different. I'm not following exactly one style. Could be really a solution for every single person. It's not about my style. It's at the end of the day, it's our client style, and I study them based on, especially in the US, we have a lot of immigrants from all over the world with a lot of background, and it matters how they can feel comfortable and be 100% themselves in the environment. And that area, it's just gonna give them, when they are living, just sleeping in their bedroom, with the right light, with the right furniture, with the right bed, everything that they see, they feel like this is part of who they are. It's going to give them the better sleep. It's going to give them a lot better lifestyle, and just go to the living room, just go to the other part of their houses or the commercial or the offices that Anita mentioned. It really matters to study our clients to figure out what is the best, and 97%, and I can show my thesis that it helps, and improve the lifestyle and the mindset and happiness.
I've seen testimonials that my customers and you can tell that it's more than just design, it's lifestyle change. Can you hear me? Can someone hear me? So, does anyone or share your opinion on this design important? Just raise your hand. Can
I try to stress this a lot on my social media platform too. I always want to include some type of educational part of design, and I think that people don't think about it enough, and I think everyone needs it, and it does affect your it can affect your mindset and your well-being. Like even a certain paint color could trigger different emotions and psychological things, and just you spend a lot of time in spaces, and so they need to benefit the user, and it just uplifts you and it makes you feel better about the spaces that you're in. And I just really think it's important that people pay more attention to it and try to make spaces that make them feel good and function well for them and their families. Even if you go out to a restaurant, that's interior design, like just walking, going to the airport, the grocery store, everything is designed to function and make your experiences there more livable, fun, happy. They create these emotions and help you just enjoy your life a little bit more.
Thank you. Thank you. Our next question. I'm gonna ask question. Anyone else is welcome to contribute. Jaimie?
Absolutely. So I can't stress it enough how important it is to bring design early in the beginning, on the front end of the project. You're just getting your plans and sitting down with the architect, working on those layouts. There's so many times where I've had clients come to me and they're like, "Oh, we wish we were on." In the beginning of the project, we would have said this, we would have. I don't like this tile because it doesn't go with the furniture. I don't. I wish there was an outlet here or a light fixture here. Those things are just hard to change when you've already built the home. So I always say, bring the designer early on the process. That's what we do. Work with very close contact with the architect, the builder, electricians, plumbing, all of that. So when the house is done, there's backtracking, and it's just more efficient, because trying to go back and get all those things, it can be done, but you just don't want to. Same with we do a lot of special finishes, like special design on walls or flooring, and those are hard to do and just not practical when the house is already going. Because I think a lot of people think that as a designer, you just come in and you throw some pretty furniture around and that's it. But we like to really kind of get in there early stages. Like I said, even the smallest things. Clients don't really know where they're going to want a light fixture, an outlet, certain things, and those are we just kind of, it's efficient, and you'll be glad you kind of bought us in early on. And it allows us to curate beautiful spaces.
Great point. Thank you.
Here properly.
Sorry. Okay. I'm really trying to work on my audio. The next. Anita?
Hi. Hi. So I have lived here for 25 years. I've only been involved in the design industry for 7 or 8. But one of the things that I've noticed just in the last several years is raised expectations with all these folks coming in from California. They're just, we've got a broader with different levels of sophistication and different tastes. And so just a lot of life with you know, looking for better products, looking for more expensive luxury products, and looking for something that's sort of outside of the cookie cutter, something that's going to be in a magazine, and you know, looking for great art, looking for artisan kind of finishes and touches, handmade things. And I think that in the last, you know, 5 or 7 years, we really blossomed as more of a design destination. And I think that's great. I mean, I think there's, you know, we've kind of graduated from pretty much all mid-century or cowhides to a little bit more, little bit broader range of things. And again, a real embrace of natural textures and natural products, but also the handmade, the local, the kind of little bit of high-low, and just more sophistication, you know, not just ripping something out of a magazine and saying, repeat this.
That's a great point. I agree that a lot of times people are now not trying to replicate whatever they see in a magazine. I hope people can hear me better now. Yay. Does anyone want to contribute? Jaimie, let's unmute you.
I think this kind of designers get more creative versus I've had, you know, for years it was like, can you do what I saw on HGTV, or I saw this in a magazine, can you do that? Can you just sketch that up and then copy it? And obviously as a designer, we don't want to keep doing that. We don't want to copy someone else's design. So I love that they're allowing us to get creative and bring in different elements and all of that. And then I am realizing that the same with trends. Like for a while, it was just everyone wanted the same thing. It was a trend, everyone wanted it. A couple years later, they're tired of it. So I do like that people are steering away from the trends and kind of doing more what speaks to them and is, you know, more of their personality versus what they're seeing at someone else's house or someone's office or, you know, wherever it may be. So I do like that, and it's a good change. But like Anita said, everyone's wanting more luxuries, just different products, and there's so much available now that which helps. So we're not just kind of repeating what we've, you know, done. One person doesn't want what the other person had. So I really like that.
I agree. A great perspective. Anyone else would like to share? Maya.
No, first.
Yeah.
Same as the class. That way it's easier to just go back to the unmute. I feel like these days there's a reason we are talking about Austin. Austin, it just, as I heard, a lot of new people moved to Austin the last couple of years, especially after the COVID or before the COVID, and it brings a lot of diversity. That's one of the reasons that I feel like everything just got much more open. As I see, my clients are from Australia, from London, from Europe, you know, different countries, from India, from Pakistan, Iran, and every single person, they have a different background and they know design in another way. And as an interior designer, you know, I feel like it's our responsibility to just educate our clients. Sometimes they're just going with the multicolors. They're going with a different style that they love it in their hometown, you know, and how as an interior designer from the first step, that when we are working with the builders, you know, just show them this is how it works. You know, if you go, for example, with the hardware of the silver and go with the other part with the lighting for the gold material, it's not going to work out together. start, don't mix and match. And each step, even for the $6 hardware, it really matters to work with the designer, because at the end of the day, it's perfect for the client, for their budget, for their time, for both of sides, that they can work together and make it happen in a shorter time without wasting any money. That's my point.
Great point. Thank you for sharing. And our next question is kind of the segue into what we were talking about now. What are the trends or things that people keep requesting from you when you work with them? And I'm asking everyone to contribute to this question, but the first one is going to be Candis.
Thinking about this and what I hear the most, and when someone goes like, I want a spa bathroom, and so that's just something that I just hear all the time. I like spa bathroom is what they want with those trends. And I also have a lot of clients who like to do the DIY aspect of the design part and do their own like wall details, like the different trim details on the wall. They're down to tackle that themselves, and they just need direction. So that happens a lot. So all these geometric designs on the wall, on the ceiling, just things like that are really popular, and people are enjoying them. That's a way to add a different pop, and also wallpaper is back again, and so that's something that is everywhere, and I'm loving it. It's great. So those are the three main things that I'm seeing a lot of right now.
Thank you, Candis. Who would like to go next? Anita?
I don't work directly with clients, but what I can tell you I'm seeing a lot of in products is sustainable. People are starting to pay attention to that. We have a long way to go, but sustainability is important. And then here, especially in Austin, it's outdoor everything. If you put your entire house outside, a lot of people would. And so outdoor fabrics, just, creating spaces outside that feel really seamless, the indoor outdoor. And we're having a lot of products and brands that want to be here and sell products, higher end, real pieces of furniture and real rugs that can also go outdoors.
Do you have some example of furniture pieces? Like, is it a table or couches?
Oh, a little bit of everything. I mean, lots of outdoor couches, lots of outdoor upholstery, which, sometimes you walk out and there's this enormous, upholstered sectional outside. And, 10 years ago, that wasn't even a thing. But now lots of upholstered pieces, lots of big chaise lounges, lots of outdoor kitchens, outdoor dining and that kind of thing.
Thank you. Who would like to go next? Maya, please.
The really good positive thing that I see these days, people think about more the quality of the material that they bought. Before that, they were just focusing on the budget and the number that, this is the budget that I have and this is the number, that I want to spend. And I don't want to go for that because for example, there's a sofa for $400. Why I have to pay $14,000? That's sort of the differences. But thank God they just started to, listen to us sometimes. There is a difference from 400 to 4,000, for example. There is a quality of the material. There is a quality of every single things in that sofa that you're not losing money to spend 4,000 and feel like you're saved something. It depends on everything that you got it for that sofa, and you can have it in a longer time and enjoy it and don't really feel bored after a while. This is the thing that I see in the client, that they ask for the material, the quality, how long it's going to be, the warranty of the materials, and they care about it. And I'm just so thankful for that.
I can imagine. Are there any projects that you would say they are purely Texan style, or do people try to mix and merge and just make it personal about their own character, so it's not place related?
Yes, I did. One of my project in New Braunfels, actually, that was 100% Texan. All the houses that was full of the head of the deers, the chandeliers, that's that sort of the thing, and they love it. For me, it's a challenge. I love when the client just challenge me with a different style. If my own house is really clean line, modern, that sort of the thing, but when I'm going to the different houses that they ask me, they're really, really traditional or transitional or modern, 100% from the different from the style that probably I like it more. It's a great challenge and I love it.
Sorry, thank you for sharing. And I'd like Jaimie to talk to that question too. Jaimie, yeah. Let me see. You're unmuted now. It was a question about popular trends.
Yeah, so one of the, it's kind of saying what Maya was saying, it was, I used to always have clients who were like, I found something that looks just like it on Wayfair or online. Can we just order that? And I'm like, yes, but 6 months from now, you're going to be, I wish I would have just went with a little bit more of an expensive piece. Same with like art and lighting and all of that. There's so many things that you could find that, there's lighting fixtures that look similar to, like a $10,000 fixture, but then you're not going to get enough lighting from it, and you're going to, so it's a lot of things like that. And then one of the biggest trends, well, I don't want to say it's a trend, but it's bringing in, people wanted to just, they see a piece, they just love it, and they want to get it, but they're not classic, they're not timeless. And I always say, let's invest in some of the pieces that I know will age well and, be more long lasting. You won't get tired of a certain rug or a sofa, and let's go with invest in that, and then bring in some of the colors and all of those elements with smaller items, things you can change out in a couple of years if you get tired of it. So I do like that a lot of my clients are going for that now. So that's it's working well for us with that.
Thank you. I wanted you to share a little bit about this project that I'm showing you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Send me some images. And what was it? It's an absolutely gorgeous design, and it's for a local client. So if you could share a little bit about it.
Absolutely. So both of those are different projects, but if you go to the one with the foyer, that one right there, the entire home palette was based on the entry. The client wanted color. They wanted, as soon as you walk in, just like, wow. And the fuchsia was the color they wanted. But again, we didn't want to, paint the walls pink, or we didn't want to do something that was permanent. And so we bought it in with these custom chairs, these planters, and then based on that entrance, we kind of trickled throughout the house and did pops of different colors everywhere. This was a fully custom home. The client, we came in with the architects, worked with the clients on the layout, the plan, all of it, the electrical, plumbing, and it just turned out so pretty. It turned out really
very beautiful.
And they were very open to, oh, you want to do this? Sure. It sounds, we can't picture it, but sure, we'll trust you on that. And so that kind of worked because we were able to kind of elevate that space and not just stick to traditional layouts and traditional finishes. This was one of my favorite projects. That was, I get asked a lot if that was wallpaper, but it was a custom design. It was the previous picture that you just showed. We just sketched it out, and we had each panel built on site, and it's made out of MDF board. And then we had it made a custom metallic paint, had it painted. But like that's one of those things when kind of backtracking when I said, once the house is built, and then the clients were like, well, what should we do on this wall? It was really nice that we did this. We had it planned out early on, and we did it during the construction phase. And then we just had to paint it at the very end.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're talking about this wall, right?
Yeah, that wall. It's just an abstract design, and we had a carpenter come in, and he did all of everything on site, installed each piece separately.
Mm-hmm.
It's tedious, but it turned out it looked good at the end.
Well, it looks gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. And now I would like to ask our panelists to maybe share some tips, maybe some ideas for people who want to change something in the new year. The new year is starting and they're like, I want to change something in my home, in my life. I want a fresh breath of air, but I don't want to feel like I'm not at home. I don't want to feel uncomfortable, that I have to get used to everything all over again. So if people want change, what would be your best advice?
I always say lighting. I think lighting, you change a couple of light fixtures throughout the house, it makes the biggest difference. So that's the one thing I would say. If you want to invest in something and you don't want to spend too much, but you want to change a couple of things, change some lighting. Add in chandeliers or just pretty fixtures.
Lighting, okay. Candis? Let me see.
That like to do is always paint. Just changing a paint color in your home, it'll make a whole difference in how your space feels and looks. So that could be one thing that you can do. That's it's inexpensive, and you can still change it again later on if you want to switch it up again.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting you are mentioning color because in your bio on your website, it says that you're the queen of color, that people come to you for colorful things.
Yes, I love it.
What are the colors that people ask for most? And maybe sometimes they're like, I want to be original and I want this color, but then it's like everyone wants it.
Yeah, a lot. So the teal is just a winner, and over here, like I get a lot of people looking for like wanting that. Like my past 3 clients wanted to have teal somewhere in their house, incorporated into their color scheme. It's just a good happy medium between the greens and the blues, and it just you can kind of pair it with different colors, and it just really makes you smile. It puts a smile on your face. So I'm always here for the colors. So that's a good way to just spice it up a bit, change it up.
It does. Thank you for sharing. Who wants to go next? Your tip of advice for big change? Maya, please.
The seasonal, right now we have the, New Year in 20 days. And if somebody wants to do something so fast and quick and don't make them tired for the, whole of the year, and they can just use it and having fun, it's accessories. It's the easiest way to change. The other items as a furniture, I feel like they need to put the really huge budget, and just for one season it's going to be a little hard to decide what is the best. But accessories, pillows, small pieces on the top of the TV entertainment, on the top of the mantle, next to your tree, next to your bedroom, any stuff, it's not going to make a huge budget for you, and always you can use it, and it's going to be only for a couple of months at the most. Everyone wants to in February just get out of everything for the Christmas, and it's not going to be over 1 or 2 months. And always I feel like I'm talking about the budget a lot because I feel like I'm really responsible. My clients are high-end residential, usually they spend a lot of money, but at the same time I feel like we are as a team responsible about thinking and make the budget in a right way, and spend it at the right time. Instead of just go for something for only for that season, and a season after that I feel like this one is not really working in my house anymore. Probably in March, I have to go with the new stuff as a furniture or big items. And that's my suggestion.
It's a great suggestion. So we already have color and light fixtures and accents. And now we'll see what Anita will say, because Anita sees the inside of designers' work. What do designers shop for now?
Well, I was actually going to answer your previous question, and sounding a bit like a fangirl, but my suggestion would be to call a professional, because there's nothing wrong with painting a wall, but I really believe that calling a professional, even for a small project, can really elevate your space and help you think about it in, maybe you're just freshening up this room, but how does that flow with the rest of your house? How does that go with future plans you might have? And working with a designer doesn't always have to be terribly expensive. And there are lots of designers that specialize in refresh and taking your own things and kind of bringing them to life with paint and light. And so my suggestion is call a professional and take advantage of all of their experience.
Mm-hmm. That's great advice. But is there anything now that is trending for designers? Like calling and they're like, I need 20 lamps for my clients.
Not so much. Again, just the kind of unique things that not everybody has, that you're not going to find at Home Goods. Something kind of a special, whether it's a unique piece that's bought at not High Point, Round Top. I get those mixed up all the time. Or something that's crafted specially for the house, like Jaimie's project. Especially in Austin, I think people are looking for something special and different.
Thank you so much. It was great. Sorry for the sound. We're gonna prepare an editorial article and write down all the advice from every professional who participated. So everyone who registered for the webinar can find it and read it and see the work of all the designers and of Anita's website where designers shop for the best pieces. Thank you so much to everyone, and thanks for making homes and buildings and businesses beautiful and just elevating personal brand and lifestyle and just making this world a little more beautiful every day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.